Hi guys, Jane here. Welcome back to Syokimaufm.Africa, and on today's video we'll be talking about mental health, and with us in studio today is Isaac Barasa. Welcome.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate being here again for this discussion, which is very important, I guess, to everyone.
So Isaac, let's just dive down into it. So what's your understanding of mental health, and why do you think it's important to talk about mental health?
Okay, I think it's about your psychological, social well-being, and these are things that affect you. They impact you on how you deal and you relate with other people around you.
So how do you think people are now? Do you think that people are now talking about mental health more, and what do you think people think about it, especially the older generation?
I think for now, I think people are realizing that it's very important to talk about mental health. Initially, I think it was not easy for someone just to open up and talk about their mental health. But I think right now, where we are heading, and we're being affected by so many situations on a daily basis. So it's very important that you check or talk about your mental health.
So, what are some of the misconceptions you've had before about mental health?
I think it was, let's say people are like, you are a man and maybe you're suffering, you are going through some shit, but you being a man, you don't want to talk about it. So you try to face it alone, but eventually, it erupts and it can cause a lot of damages to your well-being.
Could you tell us a moment in your life where you experienced any form of mental health issue?
Yeah, I think I have several, but let me just narrow it down to one. I I I think I had lost my job abruptly, and then I had some issues back at home. So it really caught me unawares. Things that I was not expecting just happened. So to deal with losing a job, losing an income, then going back home, you have some issues you need to settle.
Yeah.
It was so difficult moment, but yeah, it was really a hard time for me. Yeah.
That's some real stuff.
Yeah.
So, during the period during when you had your issues, could you tell us some of the ways that you used to maybe cope with the situation, or some of the practices you did that maybe made you come out of the situation as a better person?
Oh, initially, I would say honestly, I didn't know how to cope with it, and
Yeah.
it took me quite some time because now I thought coping with it was like now I started drinking too much. I was so much into alcohol because I needed like just to forget about things. But you just do it for a moment. So I was deep into drinking. I became a heavy drinker. Uh, I lost direction. I lost direction totally because I didn't know how to get the solution or to cope with it. So it was that moment I went. Let me say, I am looking for a word to put it. The magnitude, it was so big, and even I think sometime I even posted a video on Facebook, and now everyone realized they were looking for me. Are you okay? Because I was just so high and I didn't know what I was doing. I lost my mind, like, yeah.
So, you said you worked before. So, in the workplace,
Yeah.
how do you think, given that you've been through the situation of losing a job, and it's something that a lot of people have actually gone through, and it has taken a toll on them. So, how do you think the workspace can improve the environment for their workers to accommodate their mental health issues?
Yeah, workplace, uh, I think companies nowadays, most jobs nowadays, I think they are trying to get whereby you bring up all staff, they have a get together, they have challenges to do. But in the office, let's say, uh, we need to regularize, make it a habit. Like when someone has a problem, they can really approach someone, let's say in the HR department, just to talk about something, to say, when you have your mental health is affecting you, even your productivity goes down. So I think it's good that those who are in management, they have to like take time and just call an individual, just have a general talk with them to understand how they are coping with, let's say, the workplace, yes, and then the general well-being. How are you feeling? How is your family? How is your people around you? How are they? How.
Yeah.
So someone might come out and just express themselves. Yeah.
Isaac, suppose we live here today and you meet someone on the verge of probably trying to kill themselves or hurt themselves. What would you do?
It's tough because, yeah, I've been there. I think when I was going through my problems, I at some point I was suicidal. I was thinking like, I just don't want to wake up tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I would go home, uh, overindulge in alcohol, and I was not sleeping. So I'll take like 4 pills with a whole mzinga, and I'll
Wow.
sleep for about 2 or 3 hours only. So if I find someone in such a situation, it's something like I've been through. So I will try my level best to understand where it's coming from and what has made or what is leading him to such a decision. Yeah.
So in today's world of social media, especially the young people, how do you think social media has affected their mental health?
Social media, I think everything on social media is not the reality.
Yeah.
So I think when you see someone doing something on social media, it's not their daily life, their reality life. We just go there for views or something. But if you go back to check on how they're living, you find it's totally different. So I would say whatever you're watching on social media, yeah, uh, take time to think about it. Is it real? Is it how is that person living their daily life? Yeah, or is it, beyond the cameras? What do
What
they
are
do?
they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Isaac, for coming here. Your information was quite insightful, and we're looking forward to having you around next time.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I really appreciate. But I think we need to talk more about mental health. Huh? We need to talk more. We need to have this conversation more regularly because it's tough. Out here, people are going through so much. People are going through financial issues. People are going through family issues. People
Yeah.
are going through so many things. So it's good if you have a friend, you have a family member. Take time. Someone might isolate themselves. They just want some space. It's not space. They are going through something.
Yeah.
And you can't deal with that problem when you are in that space. So you need someone to help you come out.
So maybe before we wind up, you can tell us what's your take on the rehabilitation centers and generally institutions that help people cope with their mental health.
No, I would support that, and I would wish like every estate, every community around, we have at least somewhere where people can be going to for just for that, to have that conversation. It's very important. It's really, really important.
But then you still people will say that which is true by the way, most of them are quite expensive. So what are ways do you think probably the government or the community in general can help make this narrow down this barrier, because you'll find that uko na shida, but then you really need help, like you need to be in a center, but hauna the finances to do it. So what do you think can be a solution to that?
I think if the government could, I believe we have some free sessions at the local clinics, the council clinics. I think we have everywhere we have a government clinic. I think we have someone, a counselor somewhere. Yeah. And I think even in police stations, if I'm not wrong, they should be having some guys who deal with the community issues.
Yeah.
But if the government can just focus on that and give people, make it like make it free.
Yeah,
make it free, because you see, losing a life that you could save by just talking to someone, it's so costly.
Yeah.
So if someone can be there, just talk to someone, just to listen to them, you know, sometimes
it
you don't
cost
need,
a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't cost a lot. Yeah.
But then there are extents where people like need to be on medication, because I think there are severe situations where people are like really addicted, so they need things like the there's those medicines which make your cravings go away and stuff. So those are things which bado you can't get for free. So how about those serious extents?
I think they just make it affordable for everyone. Make it affordable so that people can go through the rehabilitation with ease, not feeling the pain of paying. Because you see, when you are under medication, then you relapse. It's even worse than just being. So make it affordable and very easily accessible. Yeah.
So, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. That was Isaac Barasa and me, Jean. Remember to keep it tuned on Syokimaufm.Africa. Like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Till next time.